All right, we got some drums going. I want to quickly take an aside and say that I don't necessarily always build the entire rhythm section of the beat up from the ground and then start adding stuff. Usually, it's much more of a process of throwing one element in from one side of the beat and then connecting it to another side of the beat and bringing it all together. But this format is a great way to get going if you're stuck. Just build the foundation of the beat up from the rhythm section so that the rhythm section is really knocking and that everything that you put over it sounds good to you because the rhythm section is already defined. It also works really well for the tutorial format where we're keeping it more linear, right? So if you feel like adding melody first and then having all the drums stick to the melody, sometimes that works better. For now, we're just gonna keep building the rhythm section up. So the next thing we're gonna go with is this open hi-hat, which is a big part of modern production, especially an electronic open hi-hat like that. Yeah, like that one right there. So I'm gonna pitch this around. Cool. And I'm gonna just run the clip so that we can just hear the drums. Cool. Now I'm gonna just double click to reveal. We're gonna find a nice, maybe 8-bar loop that we like. Let's see, that's 4, that's 8. Now I know I gotta get smart with my quantizing because when I do those ta-ta-ta, I know that's a triplet. So I change the grid to a triplet grid, then find the ones where I did that, highlight them, Command U. And then the rest of them, I know they're basically just straight eighth notes. Maybe they're a little bit delayed. This one's gotta get tidied up. Cool. Now, a couple things for these hi-hats. These ones, I'm definitely gonna use this random pan to have it hitting in the left and right in the stereo field. I'm also gonna add some release so that even if I have these short notes, that it's gonna give it a little bit of a tail. This guy's a little quiet. Last little trick with these guys is to put a frequency shifter after it and have the phase be set to 0. This is basically just gonna be like sweeping the, it's gonna be like a wobbly pitch thing that happens for it. A little bit of delay, a little bit of reverb. Use a little bit more kick too. I'm gonna go back to my rack here, turn the kick up. Cool. All right. Last thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a conga, and for this, I'm just gonna use Ableton's conga kit. Cool. Yeah, just these two bars is cool. Cool. That is our drum loop. I'm going to select all these, Command G, group it, label it drums, and then I can process it, or I can launch all these things at the same time, or I can stop all of them by hitting this stop button on the group. This is one of my favorite things about Ableton Workflow, is having a group where I can launch everything just with the press of this button, or stop everything with the press of this one. In the next lesson, we're going to talk a little bit of music theory, and we're going to start putting our keyboard sections in.